Hey everybody, it's the Silence. Is it a Doctor Who villain? No, haven't been invented yet. Is it an episode all about with no words or noises at all? No, we've already had that. It was a story about a woman who had invaders. It's called The Invaders. Check it out. Is it going to be about lots of noise? Someone who just wants everything to just shut up, making so much noise, please? They have the power to shut people up? Maybe I'm getting closer, now that I think about it. I think I might have remembered Oh, no, I remember. I remember an episode of The Twilight Zone from the 80s version. I think it was the 80s version. Someone who had the power to stop time. Because they just wanted everybody to shut up. Maybe it was a remake of this episode. I don't know. Anyway, let's get straight into it.
At your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Look at all who's Gentlemen's Club.
Just happened to be there. This was about 10.
Oh, it's a great story.
He has,
please keep talking.
Charlie, old man, you don't mind if I sit here, do you, boy?
I'd rather you just shut up.
Well, where was I? Oh,
can we make this guy silent?
He walks across, absolutely shaking with intensity. Well, to make a long story short, he arrives at the busiest time of the morning.
Hey, it's him.
The busiest.
Lost in Space again. He was in 22.
Scans at him because the boer
just hit him over the head or something.
The letter you sent me is the most incredible thing I've ever read.
What is the wager I have in mind legal?
Wager?
I don't see anything criminal in it, no.
Oh, the bell.
Take this note across the room to young Mr. Tennyson over there. Ask him to read it immediately.
Oh, what is...
Yes, sir.
We're We're getting the Twilight Zone music.
Proposed wager.
What is it?
But it's the kind of wager that comes without precedent.
If you can be quiet for 24 hours, I'll give you $250,000. You'll never do it. That's what I think it is. Just shut up and I'll give you money.
Do you know what I could do with $250,000
well,
in a deal like this?
Read this. I know that the guy, the older guy, I think he was in an episode too.
His instructions are that you read it immediately.
It's a wager of sorts. You'll like it. You're going to get that money you wanted. If you can just shut the hell up.
This is absolute nonsense.
Is this a joke?
What about it, Tennyson?
Is this a joke?
Is this some kind of a joke?
It is not a joke. I am quite serious. I propose a wager to Mr. Tennyson. I will bet him $500,000.
Oh, it's $500,000. One?
He cannot remain silent for 1 year.
A year?
He will be placed in a room for observation. He will be furnished with anything he desires.
Like the guy on Mars.
But he will not be able to speak one single word for 12 months.
Well, what if he gets hurt or something? Can he scream?
What about it, Tennyson?
What is the reason for this wager?
I can't stand the sound of your voice.
I dislike you intensely, Tennyson. Your voice has become intolerable. I sit here...
Tell me how you really feel, dude.
Just to have some quiet.
Some of the ones in the background are like...
And to remain silent would destroy you.
Probably.
So what I assume will happen. Perhaps withstand the pressures for 3 or 4 weeks.
I hope he doesn't get to the very end and then accidentally says something. See, they all agree. I'd do it. I'd do it for $500,000.
You've run through your inheritance. Your debts are insurmountable.
I can either ignore you or call your bluff. Well, I choose to do the latter. I accept your wager.
Yeah.
You'll be in a glass-enclosed living room and bedroom.
Hey, glass? Gonna watch me sleep?
When you decide to give up.
He's gonna stub his toe. He better not. I'll hate the episode if he does.
At 10 p.m., June the 3rd, 1962, you may leave the room.
He needs that gas from the last episode.
Colonel,
yeah?
I would like to have that check certified and witnessed by every member of this club.
That might be the usual procedure in a fish market or a pawn shop. But not in this club, but not with me.
It's honor.
My credit is well known. So is my honor, as every member here will vouch for.
Yeah, but you're asking me to spend a year of my life on your honor?
You'll have to take my word.
No shady tricks.
My courage against your credit.
I like this. I like the setup of the episode. I'm not sure we're going to like where it ends up.
I warn you, he's in deadly earnest.
Do you know my wife, sir? She shops at Tiffany's the way other women enter a supermarket.
And we're in debt, deeply in debt.
I happen to be very much in love with her.
Oh,
I am also desperate in need of money.
yeah, this solves everything. He seems like a decent sort, you know? He's not one of the caper people from the last episode. But then what kind of episode would it be if he just did remain silent and won? No shady tricks. Don't be dropping hot water on my head. I would lose him because I'd be humming to myself without even thinking. Or you could sleep talk. You know, you'd have to have these things in writing. This guy. What episode was he in?
He seems in excellent spirits. And it's 9 weeks now, sir.
9 weeks.
Can I cash out early?
Will there be anything else, sir?
Don't trick me. Stop tricking me, dude, from the other episode. Sneaky, sneaky. Shh, you side. Maybe he'll like sneak in and change the calendar so it'll look like it's a year, but it's actually 364 days. Oh, there's that music again. Must be in another episode. It was a leap year! Gotcha. Don't step on a nail.
Well, hello, Alfred.
Hey,
Frank
Alfred.
told me you were with
Hey, is he Batman?
How long are you going to keep on with this
The whole,
prolonged practical joke?
the whole thing.
You have the money, Archie.
Of course I have the money.
I find that insulting.
My word, my honor.
I think that boy down there is going to remain silent for the entire year. I just hope you've got it.
We'll see. 1962. Not a leap year.
You can hear me, Tennyson.
He's going to try and get him to speak.
You fulfilled your part of the bargain admirably.
Oh, he's going to offer him a deal?
$1,000 and you may walk out today.
1,000? You kidding me?
Right.
3 months.
It's going to be an early spring this year, Tennyson. You ought to see it.
Your wife has left you?
For example, your wife.
Don't rise to the bait.
She must be lonely for you.
He's baiting you.
She has been seen with other young men.
I happen to know you've written her many notes requesting a visit.
Yeah, but you could be keeping those notes for me.
You may lose your wife, Tennyson.
All the more money for me.
Why don't you leave right now?
I don't know, I can think of 500,000 reasons not to leave. Is gold still worth what it used to be last year? Does he have the money? These are the questions.
Tennyson, I saw your wife again.
Steal yourself, dude.
Today is April Fool's Day, but only a fool would stay in there as long as you have. I might see my way clear to giving you $5,000. That would pay off a lot of your debts.
He's increased it to 5. How long do we have left? Only 1 month left. I'd take my chances and stay there. Even if I thought he didn't have any money. You've been here for 11 months, may as well.
You cannot stay in there 1 more hour. Not another half hour.
Well, at least he has some company, you know? You keep coming to talk to him?
A year in that room.
2 minutes, oh shit.
2 more minutes.
No, I don't want to see this 2 minutes. Don't trick him, dude.
There have been ugly rumors, Archie. Things you've done to him. Gossip about his wife.
Yeah, you heard all that, did you?
But you haven't acted like an honorable man. That boy down there is stronger than you gave him credit for. You are considerably weaker.
I like that summing up of the episode. Is it done? Did we wind the clocks correctly? Well, they're all congratulating him, so... 500,000, please?
The truth is, I am a fraud.
Ooh,
I haven't any money.
what?
But I lost most of my money some years ago.
Wagers like this one?
Now you have forced me to uncover the situation.
Ooh, what's he gonna say? Is he gonna say anything?
Tennyson, you can talk. Your time's up.
Yeah, but
You can...
he's gonna write it.
What's he writing? What is he doing?
What does it say?
What does it say, Archie?
Well,
did he
you
write?
can read it. You're right there.
Say something.
What does it say?
I knew I would not be able to keep my part of the bargain. I had the nerves to my vocal cords severed.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's why he was wearing the frickin' ascot.
Mr. Jamie Tennyson, who almost won a bet.
Well now. I didn't see that coming. One, I was very impressed with the guy. I thought he was just doing it out of spite. You know, he was like, I'm going to show this guy. He talked about my breeding. I'm going to show him. I don't care what he says about my wife. But he actually didn't think he was going to be able to do it at all, because he's just a chatterbox all the time. So he had his vocal. Of all the ways to end the episode, I thought it was going to end really horribly. Like he'd stub his toe and go, ow! Or the dude would mess with the clocks, so he'd speak a minute too early. You know, I was thinking of all the stupid tricksy ways he was going to lose it. And I did notice that he was, you know, wearing it, but I thought it was just a fashion thing, you know? I mean, just a gentleman. Just gentleman being fashionable. So they both lost. One, the guy, can't speak ever again. That seems like, why would you do that to yourself? Even if you did get the $500,000. Like, I don't know. To not be able to ever speak again? Is it worth it? Depends on your situation, I guess. In some cases, I could see how it could be worth it. You don't need to be able to speak in a lot of situations. You could live your life that way. It would make reacting pretty difficult. Could probably do it somehow. Be like, you know, you have to become a very good mime. And the other guy lost his honor. He lost his... Gotta look up who that guy was, by the way. Where do I know him from? I sort of wish I could do it myself, like in my brain. Yeah, this guy. What were you in, dude? Oh, he was, yeah, okay. He was the guy in the episode Penny for Your Thoughts, who was, he always imagined stealing the money from the vault and going off to Bermuda. Something like that. He was well past retirement age at that point, but he just kept working. You know? And Bewitched guy was like, hey, he's going to rob the bank. Yeah, that guy. So, the silence. The question is, could you do it? Would you do it? Now, $500,000 back then is worth a lot more today. Probably closer to $5 million. It's a lot of money. Basically enough money to live comfortably for the rest of your life. If you knew that you could do it, I would definitely do it. If I thought there could be like tricks, people trying to trip me up after 11 months, then it's something to think about, you know, because you're like, well, they're going to trick me anyway. They're going to stab me with needles. They're going to do anything to get me to say something. So, no thanks. But could I survive in a room for a year? Probably. Especially this sort of, although the glass room with everybody watching you. It's a bit weird. But it's certainly better than like an isolation booth. Those things I've seen, you go crazy in a few days. Like with if you've got nothing to interact with or nothing to do, then you'd be so crazy after a year that, you know, you wouldn't be you anymore. But with all the lavish stuff that he had, some TV, lots of books, food and drink, someone to come along to taunt you every now and again, the year just flies by. Can you get your 5 million? Yeah, easy peasy. Anyway, so the episode was good because it didn't end in a sneaky way. It ended in a shocking way, but it didn't end in a sneaky way, which I appreciate. The next episode is called Shadow Play. Trying to make shadows on the wall. It's hard to do it. Whoop. So we'll see what that one's about next time. Until then, be very, very quiet. And if anybody offers you money, he was shady the second he started going on about his honor. I'd be like, you expect me to be there for a whole year and you're not willing to guarantee that you can hold up your end of the deal? No. Until you're willing to hold up your end of the deal, I won't do it. That's how that could have been solved very easily, especially since he was willing to cut his vocal cords off. He must really love his wife as well. That's what I think. Yeah, see you next time.